Hey everybody, I'm back for episode 4. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been really busy with school and everything, but I'm hoping to be a little bit better about posting videos. This week we're going to talk about telling your crush that you like them. And if you're anything like me, that is one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of your entire life. So I'm going to talk about the most recent time that I've told a crush that I've liked them. It was just this past winter, and we were all hanging out at a friend's house. It was a nice group hangout, and this girl that I had a thing for, she was leaving, so I wanted to talk to her and tell her how I felt about her because I've had a crush on her for a while. So I walked out the door with her and said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?" And she said, "Yeah." And I told her, I'm glad that we've become friends, and I'm just kind of wondering if you feel like there's anything more there, because recently I've come to feel that I have more than feelings of friendship towards you. And she said that, with how things are going, like, she wasn't really sure what she was doing as far as, like, college for the next couple of years, and she didn't really want to start dating somebody and then, have to go on to somewhere else and have there be kind of a huge separation. And that was completely understandable, like a very, very legitimate reason. And it wasn't awkward because I remained quad CR throughout the entire conversation. I had myself all set up. I knew what I wanted to say. I had everything that I needed to say. And it was nice. So then we said our goodbyes, and I turned around, and this is outside midwinter, I'll have you know. And there was a tarp laying down on the ground in the dark, and I stepped on it with one foot, and I slipped, like full on heels in the air, landed on my back, and I told myself, like, out loud, I was saying, "Wow, you were so close, like, you were just fine, everything would have been fine up until this point." And she laughs, and I get up, and then we say our goodbyes, and it was funny, but at the time I was feeling like, oh my gosh, like, this could not have been like a worse situation to be in at that point. And there might be some of you out there who are like, well, I'm not comfortable telling the person that I have a crush on that I like them, and that's fine, but the problem is if you don't tell them, there's no way that they'll be able to know. Like, they're not going to read your mind. And I've always been a firm believer that honesty is the best policy. So if you can honestly go through it and just tell them, I feel like they would respect you for your honesty. I know that if someone came up and told me those things, I would respect their honesty. Like, even if I didn't feel the same way, like, still I'd respect the honesty because they felt that they could trust me enough to tell me that. And I'm sure that's how some people would feel if you told them. And everyone will say, no, it'll be awkward, it'll ruin the friendship. I don't believe that at all. Like, I don't buy that. If your friendship is that important to you, then you should be able to tell them, because if you can be honest with your best friend about something, then, like, that's no different between you and a crush. Like, you should tell them, because there's no reason that you should be able to go through everything and have them think that you don't have any ulterior motives, because you might. And, like, you can't expect them to understand if you tell them way later, and if they're already with somebody else, or if they had no idea because you never told them. And I know, like, I'm making it sound easy. It is really hard. It is really nerve-wracking to tell someone. And I guess my advice to someone who's telling your crush, just be open and honest. Do the best you can just to, like, lay it all out there. And if they're your friend, they'll understand. It won't be a big deal. It might be a little awkward at first, but if they're really your friend and they appreciate you as a person, they will come around and understand you. They'll work through it, and you'll work through it with them. Now, if someone tells you those things and you don't feel the same way, just think about how you'd want someone to react if you told them. So, sorry, that's a little bit confusing, but if someone comes up to tell you that they've had a crush on you for a while, don't completely disregard it. Like, don't make things awkward. Try to understand, because you'd want someone to understand if you were in that position. And it's pretty easy just to like talk with them about it and say, well, maybe I don't, you don't feel the same way at this point. Obviously, don't lead into like, well, maybe in the future, unless you honestly believe that. You want to be just as honest if you're, being told. Like, there needs to be an honest, open communication line, because that's really what it comes down to. And if you're really surprised about it, tell them that you're really surprised. Like, tell them you had no idea, or that you just kind of caught them off guard. Um, just work through it together, because, like I said, if we're good enough friends, it shouldn't be an issue. It shouldn't impact your friendship in a negative way. It will probably make you stronger friends in the end, but you just have to work at it. So that's about all I have to say about telling your crush that you like them. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give any kind of feedback in the comments below. Like, if you have any differing opinions, we can talk about it. And that's what this is about. Let's try to have an open communication about different situations, as far as potentially awkward ones. I'll try to make more videos, but I'll have them probably up by next week. It's Thursday today, so I'll keep working at it. Yeah, just give me any kind of feedback. I'll see you next week.